wanna get stoned? Hearthstone!
Welcome back to Fight Night.
Welcome back from the break. We're getting ready for game number 2 between DogeHouse and ManaGrind. We're feeling like it's probably going to be more the paladin, but
I think
it still
it is.
could be warrior. I mean, but we feel like paladin's a better choice in this scenario.
It seems everyone we talk to doesn't like playing as the warrior against the shaman. But who knows? Maybe this is a different type of warrior. We did see a very different one in the last ace match, though it wasn't very successful.
That's right. They could mix it up. We'll find out right now. Time for game 2.
Versus Brawl!
For Doomhammer, victory or death!
All right, welcome to game 2, shaman versus warrior. It's not the paladin, but is it the warrior we think it is, Crip?
It has to be something different because the normal style with big stuff, weapons, and executes is not going to cut it, especially against those annoying cards like Argent Squire.
Or maybe vice versa. Maybe the paladin is ill-equipped to prepare for something like what the shaman has. They feel like the warrior has a better shot.
Well, this looks very typical right now. Oh man, turn 1 Pagel.
What a hand, and there's no way to deal with it.
No answer until turn 5 right now.
What? Yeah, brawling the Pagel?
What else could you do?
Oh, I don't know. Not looking good. And the fish comes out. You know, DogeHouse always gets the good RNG in the ace, but right now looking pretty good for Team ManaGrind.
Man, if they lose because they get like Pagled and Lightning Storm RNG the whole way through.
Right, and they just have like they just draw like just Sarah and Rag.
It's gonna be the best
Alex.
the best losers interview because it's gonna be skill this time as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because last time Team DogeHouse won because of skill.
Oh no!
Oh, they can shield slam the Pagel.
Yeah.
And now they have picked up the answer. And Pagel drew 1 card. Or 2.
I didn't catch the second turn, but there's quite a few cards in the shaman's hand right now.
Well, there's a great replacement for Pagel. There's 100% Pagel.
I think that's the card you play.
I think they're kind of mulling over the idea of maybe even a Feral Spirit.
I don't like Feral Spirit. You have no 2-drop.
Right.
Feral Spirit sucks.
And you can follow up this Vanatai with a Yeti,
Yep.
and it just kind of fills out the curve much nicer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the great thing is, this is, you know, some of the scarier moments for Shaman normally in matches, because you want to start loading up the board, but you're afraid you're not going to be able to control it, but the warrior's so passive, and you're loading up on these totems, and definitely puts a very high amount of pressure, I feel, on the opposing class.
Yeah, I mean, what is going on right now?
Well, it's going to whirlwind and see if he can come up for answers, but he gets an armor smith. Not really what they want.
No, that's not what they want. I think here you just, and you just fill out your curve each turn. Don't worry about very much.
That's right. This is already a pretty good start for the Shaman. An excellent start, I'd say. They've drawn
Too many
extra
cards.
2 extra cards.
Too many.
Too many.
I mean, look at the hand difference. It's huge.
They have 9 cards at the moment, I believe.
5. And they're going to draw another one next turn. Or at the end of this turn, that is.
That's right. So they'll have
And board
almost
control.
a full hand.
Yeah.
Imagine if Pagel stayed alive, they would actually
This is
have
going to
2
have to be a spectacular brawl, basically.
Do you think they're going to brawl in turn 5?
I think they might. This will get out of control really quick.
But turn 5, there's not many 5 drops either for a warrior anyways, and he has like the big heavy duty cards in his hand as well, like the Cairn, for example. He would like to drop that turn 6.
Yeah, but that's going to get hexed.
And well, I would imagine so with a hand this big.
Actually, it might even get silence killed.
Yeti Jump does end up coming out. And an Azure Drake, well, you know, something to
More
drop on turn
value.
5.
Yep. Yeti for the warrior, but not quite as commanding this turn.
Most definitely not. But the thing about warrior decks is that you can't truly ever count them out because of things like Alex or the Gromosh. There are ways for it to combo. And with things like Brawl, if they really feel like they never have to play it, there could be ways for ManaGrind to overextend. And we have seen that a little bit from ManaGrind's team.
No. With the group mindset, I think it's unlikely that you'd make any huge mistakes. I think if we do see an overextension, it would be fairly slight.
Makes sense too, and it's pretty cool to see teams be able to discuss and still move at a pretty quick pace relative to even just individuals who are left to their own thoughts.
That was a pretty interesting play where he shield blocked instead of dropping the Yeti. So what that means is he's expecting to have to brawl pretty soon.
Now, interestingly enough, if you drop an Azure Drake,
You-
you actually are gonna burn a card because you draw a card at the end. So I guess
Earthshock.
yeah, Earthshock.
I wonder.
Seems like a waste though.
Or they can load up on the board with something like a Feral Spirit as well. But then that just limits their 6-drop potential with the Fire Elemental.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. They could probably drop. They could. Yeah.
They just want to burn some cards.
And why not? I mean, they have so many and really good quality cards as well. Almost all of those are great answers to things. Now we have turn number 6.
Oh, they're probably gonna get brawled here.
Well, we're gonna drop the Cairn, which will draw out the Hex.
That was a really quick move. The thing is, like, with that play, considering how many cards the Shaman's drawn, it's probably gonna get hexed.
But do you think, again, maybe they let them hex, let them load up the board a little bit more, and then expecting something like that, perhaps bait out a little bit more from their opponent?
Possibly, yeah.
And that's pretty nice there too as well.
I got the dinosaur. That is gonna die to the Stormforge Axe Rock
Wow.
Biter.
And yeah, I mean, they're baiting a lot of cards out here, and
But
the brawl could really
they don't have to Rock Biter.
They don't have to crit. They don't have to do anything. But
The thing is, you know, with the warrior, it's kind of hard to finish. And the Rock Biter is pretty nice for Elixir, but you know, they just opted to use it here. It wasn't a very good idea to play the axe, so I feel they played the axe, realized they probably shouldn't have even played the axe, but now that they had played the axe, might as well do it with the Rock Biter.
turn number 7, this is where you brawl, in your opinion.
Oh man, you gotta do something.
And they know it's ManaGrind Shaman, which has a small remote possibility they might have kept like a Bloodlust, because that's something that Forsen did in the past.
What?
So if, you know, for some reason Forsen managed to convince his team that they
Well,
could
you were
move
saying
forward.
that the squires were in that field.
That is correct. Alright, instead they're going to play Gorehowl and take care of the Yeti. And they're really just saving this brawl as long as they can. Now, at this point, do you feel like the war, if you're the Shaman player or the Shaman team, and you're just seeing a Gorehowl in turn number 7, you still feel kind of, you know, careful about how you
I
approach
think-
the board filling up, or what?
I think if I was really tuned into the game, I would kind of see this play as a little bit too passive, and I think you'd have to suspect Brawl quite heavily. There's just no creatures coming out. The Cairn was really desperate. The Gorehowl doesn't make that much sense.
as a follow-up, especially if you wanted to push the board presence, and then after Cairn you put a weapon.
Yeah, it just seems really weird.
So then, I guess you can cautiously load up the board, drop a totem, and try to fill out that way. And I think that's wow, Feral Spirits.
We're about to get brawled for 6 creatures.
All right, now Crit, what is gonna stay alive here?
The Manatide.
The Manatide totem.
Yeah. That is destined.
That is definitely what's gonna happen.
Yeah. That guy's a survivor. Look at him.
0-2.
Yeah, he's been at 0-2 for like 4 turns now.
The things he's seen, Crip.
Yeah. Things he's about to see.
Whoa. He's gonna watch a lot of infighting and civil discourse.
Yeah.
Alright, ManaGrind thinking about maybe smacking, but
So he's gonna lose a lot of creatures here with the brawl. I mean, if you don't brawl, you just don't know how to play Hearthstone. So this is just gonna happen. he gets a card back off the Blood Mage.
Yeah, and if anything too devastating stays around, he still has things like Tinkmaster.
Yeah.
Or Aggro.
Alright, where's that? Oh no, the first one out!
And it's the Tinkmaster.
Okay.
Wow. Alright. So now you can take care of it. Do you drop the Aggro here?
Yeah, why not? Doesn't die to the axe and is a bit annoying sometimes.
But we do see that ManaGrind has several options, including Fire Elemental or even the Earth Shock if they wanted to deal with it. But I feel like Earth Shock's better saved for other cards.
Well, there are a few other legendaries that the warriors tend to run that could need silencing, like Ysera.
Ysera.
So I can see saving Earthshock as a good play.
Team ManaGrind must be...
Thing is, like, Fire Elemental is just not that good because they have a Gore Health 5 durability.
That's true. That's a perfect amount to smack it. But they don't have that much health to play around with either at the same time. So...
I think I like the Feral Spirit Flame Tongue in between Earthshock weapon down the Acolyte.
Feral Spirit, Flame Tongue, Earth Shock weapon. Alright, yeah. That way prevent any draw on cards.
And you do a lot of damage to the warrior.
And these taunts with the Flame Tongue still is pretty annoying. I think that's a very smart thing to do. So, I mean, I think consequently the Fire Elemental, they could feel like they have a lot of damage follow-up as well. And it's good just to put a big body on the board. Because the follow-up play on turn number 9, if they keep something kind of small and passive on the board.
What if you Fire Elemental face? It'll end up doing a total of 9. You armor up 2 of it. That's 7 damage. It'll be at 10. You can weapon them to 8. And then next turn you can weapon an Alakir because you're not overloaded. So you can Fire Elemental face. And if he doesn't have a taunt or gain life, you can sneak in a kill.
Ah, well, they even have a Rock Biter as well.
Certainly no, but I think you attack face here. No, that's incorrect. I don't think they realize just how close they are to a kill right now.
If they attack to the face, there's 15, and they didn't overload just now, so they have 12. They still have lethal on the board, so...
Yeah.
Actually, no, they have lethal on the board if they didn't armor up.
Yeah.
So if they armor up right now, then yes. And now they're kind of wondering, again, the potential of what Shaman has at this point. So I think they're realizing they're in a danger zone. Playing any high cost creature here results in death.
Well, the Gromash does prevent death, actually, if you attack the 4/4. Playing Alistraza on the opponent would be terrible, though.
Yeah. Okay. Great point. I was thinking I was looking at the Alex in this regard, but yes. And there's still ways to stay alive. You can have like the Armor Smith come out and try to create some armor that way while developing your board a little bit more. If they play the Gromash, they haven't seen a Hex yet either, though, right? So
They saw the Hex on the cairn.
No, that was a Tinkmaster.
It was the Tinkmaster. They still have the Hex. Yeah. Yeah, this is a really bad spot for Team DogeHouse.
And it's not like they want to attack this Drake either with the weapon, because that just puts them even closer to the critical health stages.
Yeah.
Very, very tough situation for DogeHouse.
What now?
Smooth.
Yeah. Thank you. I was due for one.
Yeah. Was that the bubbles?
No, this is without gas.
You like the bubbles?
Onik Kolasare. Do I like bubbles? Only my baths, man.
Not in your water? Not in your drinking water?
Nope, only my bathing water.
Well, looks like Alistraza is about to come in and lose the game for him.
Oh no. I think they're going for the win. Because they have Gromash, and so they're figuring turn 10 they can go for it, and they're really hoping they don't have something like Leroy or Alakir to finish off, but they do.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect amount. And that's so funny how it comes down to, well, 1 damage. Or 2 in this case. GG, game number 2 goes to ManaGrind and DogeHouse.
Very long climb ahead of them. Yeah.
On the ropes against Shaman.
Paladin can be a really versatile class, but it's difficult to beat like the entire spectrum of classes just with it, I feel.
I wonder if DogeHouse attempt to reverse mind game by banning Mage and leaving Shaman open has worked against them. Because they had the opportunity to ban Shaman.
Yeah.
Take it off the board.
They did last time.
All right, we're done with game number 2, Crip. I'm anxious to see what the players are going to say. Monk and Nim share the couches with their respective teams to see what they're up to.
Team ManaGrind, you guys are up 2-0 in the ace match. Now, you actually had 2 Nat Piggles in that second game. The second one was kind of blue, it had 3 health, but it drew every time. What do you feel about this new bugged Nat Piggle?
Yeah, you know, I mean, he was bugged out. He was drawing every time. It was like the normal one, except it cost an extra mana. I'm not really sure what happened there. The art was messed up, but you know, we'll take it. We'll take what we can get.
Was the ManaGrind Peggle?
Yeah, our turns were really hard because we had so many cards. We had to literally get rid of them, or else we would have drawn too many.
Now, one of the seemingly key turns of that whole game was the brawl turn. You guys seemingly just threw all the creatures on the board. Were you guys aware that they might be running brawl?
With so many cards in our hand, we were at a point where we knew they would most likely have 1 brawl. The chances that they had drawn it would be pretty low. And even if they did have it with all the cards in our hand, we figured we could easily come back in the game.
Sure. Their last deck is the Paladin. How are you guys feeling with 3 full decks left?
I think we can take it down, you know, if not with the Shaman, I think we have something in store for it.
All right. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck. And if you win this match, you take the 3-2 victory and you take it all home.
Hell yeah.
Hi guys, I'm here with DogeHouse. Hey, so guys, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much devastated. We were kind of cocky, letting the Shaman through, and got punished for it. We should have just banned the Shaman.
So are they playing our Shaman exactly, or did you notice any changes?
Well, there are Argent Squares in, which we don't run, and yeah. Most of us also didn't play Tinkmaster, but like this is just some tech for the ace matches, and it's reasonable.
And the warrior game, like, did you make any changes to the deck?
We had Yetis in it, but that's not really a change.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. Yeah, I mean, we are really hoping to turn it around, obviously, but it's gonna be hard with this Paladin.
Okay, I wish you luck anyway. You can do it. So yeah, Desk, take it away.
Crip sucks.
All right, so seems like DogeHouse spirits are pretty deflated at the moment.
Yeah.
But ManaGrind seems pretty happy. Funny how that works.
Yeah, I mean, if you're up 2-0, you're happy. If you're down 0-2, you're not happy. It's like they went over their table and took the happiness right from them.
Well, more specifically, it didn't really look like DogeHouse was even very confident in their third deck to bring it all the way back compared to how they were in the very beginning of the ace match, where it felt like they were brimming in confidence because they came into ace match undefeated. They were 3 for 3.
Well, if you look over there, you see defeat pretty clearly. So yeah, I'm not sure they're gonna bring it back. But hey, that would be pretty awesome if they did.
Well, their body language will need to improve to at least speak more confidence. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 3 between DogeHouse and ManaGrind.
We'll be right back with Fight Night.
Wow, such fight night. Much players, many production value, very professional.
So this soup's pretty good though, man.
I'm Borsen, and I kick scrotums with my totems at ESGN Fight Night.
Welcome back to Fight Night.
All right, DogeHouse is on their last life. They have to rely on their Paladin deck to get 3 wins in a row, but they had to overcome the first bump, which is Shaman.
Yep. Well, it's a pretty big speed bump. More like a wall almost, it seems.
Like a totem.
Yeah.
In a way, speed totem. All right, let's get ready for game number 3 between DogeHouse and ManaGrind.
I will fight with honor.
All right, here we go. Shaman will be the one going first for ManaGrind.
Got the squire and the hex. Hex is going away though. Squire's always nice. I mean, it's a 1-drop. It doesn't do that well against paladin, but you know what?
Whoa!
Wow. This is the Aggro paladin, I believe.
This is insane, yeah. You see Blessing in Might, you see a King Mukla.
Yeah, you're gonna see a divine shielded bananaed Argent Squire kicking ass against Mukla, though, I believe.
That is true.
Oh, maybe not.
Well,
that hand just looked outrageous.
That was pretty sick. Speaking of bananas, that hand is bananas.
It actually is.
The light protects me.
All right, so we have Argent Squire versus Argent Squire.
This is extremely revealing. I mean, you do not play Argent Squire unless you're running Aggro Paladin.
So pretty much exactly, yeah. And I think
you have to kill
ManaGrind right now. They're just like talking about it, like whoa,
yeah,
whoa, what's going on here? But yeah, absolutely need to kill that off because things like the Blessing of Might is in the deck, like the Abusive Sergeant, and just starts racking up damage like crazy. DogeHouse trying to pull a fast one here on ManaGrind. Maybe, and you know, we're talking about, like, shouldn't the Paladin have a better success rate against the Shaman, generally speaking, than maybe the Warrior class on average? And we were saying, well, maybe if the Paladin wasn't prepared for the Shaman.
Well, what do you do here? Do you Squire? Or do you coin the Mukla? You can't coin the Mukla because it dies with the bananas.
And the weapon.
The light
and the bananas.
Nah, yeah, I think you're right as well. I think just dropping the Squire.
I think he's gonna try to bluegill face here.
Wow. Okay. And again, just push out as much damage as possible. I'm really wondering what this deck list looks like. We didn't get a chance to glance at it before the game because the players just built this.
Yeah. I have seen something somewhat similar just on Reddit, but it's nothing that crazy.
Not revolutionizing. Now the healing totem, not really one of the totems that they wanted. Even the 1/1 would have been more helpful.
Oh man, do you Knife Juggler? Because the Knife Juggler is all good in general, but it's gonna die to the Stormforged Axe. The Stormforged Axe is really a great card to deal with all these annoying early minions.
I don't feel like saving it is a bad play. Especially because you can have the Argent Protector bubble on it as well. And just give it some good protection. This is also a really clutch draw, an Earth Shock. Get past the Divine Shields and maybe even kill off minions that are really poorly protected. Say if like this deck had like a Scarlet Crusader or whatnot. There are some variations of this deck
They
that
actually do have Scarlet Crusader, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, some of them do.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was saying some of the iterations have it, and they combine the power with things like a Blood Knight and have a bunch of aggro, and just have like ability to flip board.
This is the 100% Pagel, also known as Pagel for 1 extra mana.
And 1 less health.
Yeah.
Still pretty good. I remember the days where people just said Mana Time was just completely unplayable.
It's a really good draw.
Wolf Rider.
Riding into Manatide.
It's like yeah, pretty much it. And so it's just basically a 1 for drawing 1 card and dying, gaining 3 health.
It's pretty poor for 3 mana, actually.
For Manatide? Yeah, overall.
Yeah,
I would say so.
That's almost the worst case. Actually, that is the worst case. No, the worst case is that it gets Cabal Shadow Priest. Actually, that's the worst case.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Mukla Divine Favor combo. How about that one?
Oh yes. You don't normally see that every day.
No.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It's gonna happen next turn.
Next turn, yeah. And they can protect the Knife Juggler, and if you get a really lucky shot, he can kill off the Azure Drake.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
I thought he'd just bubble up the Wolf Rider, but I guess this makes sense against Lightning Storm.
Right. And good thing they killed the Drake off as well, because they could have used the, things like maybe another Earth Shock to kill it off and whatnot. And now, well, the Feral Spirit certainly does help, but
yeah, I think
Feral Spirit just like overload like crazy, taking out some minions.
I think you Lightning Storm Feral Spirit, yeah. Next turn you'll be on 3 mana for another lightning storm if you need. I guess.
Well, I mean, they have answers in their hand. It's just the timing of it is not exactly the best.
Basically, they might think they're okay. It's like, hey, I clear this board and then we're okay. But that Mukla Divine Favor is gonna
Next
be
level combo.
so not cool.
They could buff the Feral Spirit, but that's about it, and that's not really
anything.
ideal. So they would have, let's see, they have 6 cards in their hand now. They play 2, so they would have 6 cards and draw 5.
Yep. Unless they have a Wisp, they'd draw 6 then.
A Wisp?
They'd play it, you know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Damn, not quite.
Here we go.
1 mana too much.
Somebody ordered a package of bananas. And now the big combos.
That's so insane.
That is really cool.
Like this hand is.
I'm glad we got the witnesses together, crew.
This paladin is gonna be at 0 mana again. I mean 0 cards again in like 2 turns.
Right. Because everything's just so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, there are ways that you can answer King Mukla pretty easily here.
Yeah, banana, rock biter, and totem or something.
Yeah. But then he just kind of effectively passes his turn with that. He just has a totem.
I mean, they knew that would happen last turn.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you get from the big overloads. And the spell power totem.
Makes for a pretty nasty lightning storm if it's still alive, but I don't believe it's going to be.
They have the bluegill, the redemption. That can be pretty clutch with some of the divine shields that we see. Wow.
I think we're going to see bluegill into the totem, loot hoarder, leper gnome, dude.
Yeah, I think so too. We're seeing the mouse move over those cards, and I think it's really good. Again, dumping the hand isn't really bad, but I don't think it's that awful either if they get lightning stormed here.
Well, all the stuff dies.
All stuff dies. It does draw loot. I mean, these death battles goes off and it's nice.
Yeah.
So you can Feral Spirit, Flame Tongue, and Lightning Storm.
No, you wouldn't Flame Tongue. You'd only Flame Tongue as a surprise. So you could do just Lightning Storm, Feral Spirit, Totem.
Alright. And now this is still pretty uncomfortable for Shaman just because, again, they haven't been able to exert any pressure on opponents. But, you know, with the Paladin, what are some of the other ways you can really... I mean, they're trying to flood the board, but even if they don't have control by, like, turn 9, they can... Do you feel like they still have a big ability to turn things around and just end the game?
Consecrate is really punishing. We haven't seen any weapons drawn. The risk the Paladin is running is that, you know, if you're drawing this many cards and they're all 1-drops, the Shaman essentially stalling right now. You might just run out of cards.
Fed Yeti. 5/6.
I think that might get Tinkmastered. I think that will get Tinkmastered. And if we see a squirrel, there's gonna be huge problems.
Ooh. Yeah, if you draw Knife Juggler and Tinkmaster. Wow, I think if they get that, it'll be really nice RNG. Oh my goodness! Of course!
Yeah.
And now that's a second Lightning Storm too, so they know there's no more.
Yep.
And wow, even a redemption play. Now the Shaman might feel like it might be Noble Sacrifice, but redemption can also be pretty sick.
This is pretty tragic right now, actually.
What?
The situation for the Shaman. This is like one of those depressing games where it's like, I guess I'll play it out and hope some miracle happens.
Like you had like almost all the answers with like Lightning Storms, Feral Spirits, Earth Shocks coming into play. But yeah, that's pretty bananas.
Oh man. Well, bananas are cards, and cards matter.
They do. And imagine if they somehow like drop the bananas on like
We have to imagine like pretty much every card in play and in the hand of the paladin is drawn from that divine favor that was augmented by bananas.
Man. Yeah. And they can put on the loot hoarder. Looter draws a card and it responds again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cool Q play, but is that really a good use of redemption?
I think so. Right now, I think they're going to try to reduce the number of darts that go out. I think True Silvering a taunt is the best play before playing the Abusive Sergeant.
So, because it's gonna kill it anyways, don't want to just put a damage up unnecessarily.
Wow.
Wow.
Perfect juggle.
This is, the knife juggling RNG has been excellent so far for DogeHouse all week long.
Ooh, another perfect juggle.
Wow. And the great trades.
There's no more Lightning Storm. I mean, you should,
I think
you should save it.
They're thinking about duding and doing an Argent Protector, you think? And then maybe trying to juggle more?
That's really ambitious.
Oh, okay, never mind. They're going for the trade.
Yeah, you're going for the trade here, and if it pings, I guess you can dude to see if it pings it all the way.
Nope.
Nope, the juggle misses.
And if you might as well just trade now and focus the damage back instead of making it overkill. So now they can summon the reinforce.
Yep.
Pretty sick turn in RNG. Even going back to the Tinkmaster, getting the squirrel, aim the shot.
There's nothing you can do here.
25% chance.
That board is insane.
You totem or you concede.
Yeah. There's no play there.
DogeHouse wins game number 3 with an aggressive paladin deck.
Yeah, it's really good to see something different, and even better to see it have it work.
It's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
They must be very happy with themselves. Look at that, smiles.
Whoa.
Conversation.
Yeah. The eyes, they're like open.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It's like having a farseer being played on them.
Oh man, so pumped. Yeah, we got this. We got this, bros. These guys are going down. They've never seen such a good deck.
Nix is like, did you see my knife juggles, man? What do you guys think?
Yeah. Oh, okay. And the nodding. Man, they have all the signs.
This is good. This is dangerous for ManaGrind.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like those kinds of decks can get countered, and I think
with Druid and Rogue
Druid
left?
might be exactly it.
All right.
Well, game number 3 ends with DogeHouse showing some life.
Yep, I was kind of hoping to see some big giants getting rolled over by tiny totems and squires, but it's quite the opposite. Is the tiny shaman deck that got killed by a much smaller paladin deck.
We were even saying that shaman had all of their anti-aggro answers. The
Yeah,
lightning bolters, shocks, lightning storms.
I mean, you could expect for 1 or 2 more cards, but they got defeated by a landslide. I mean, was there 6 or 7 creatures in the turn before they lost? I don't know. There were too many.
Too many creatures, too many knives being thrown at
Too many bananas.
Right. Too many cards, just in general. And DogeHouse does run away with game number 3, but they have 2 more victories if they want to finish this series off. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we get ready for game number 4.
See you after the break for more Fight Night.
People say I'm lucky. I don't know why.
This just in. Nimsh makes leprechauns cry.
ESGN TV's daily news. Just watch.